I'm the one, maybe I'm the one who is the schizophrenic psycho, yeah. Maybe I'm the one.
From SkullBallMovies, also SkullBall Corp, if you still want to think of my account like that. Anyways, one thing I need to say, I need to get some bad games because it's getting harder and harder to review games because they have tons of advantages and like no disadvantages at all, such as Grand Theft Auto 4, Little Big Planet, etc., etc. And this game. So I will select a mission for you guys to see. Just play on Recruit. That was the main menu you saw. You can pick to start a new game. You can pick to continue game. You can pick to you can pick any mission you've played, and you can go online and all that stuff, options, etc., etc. So Modern Warfare consists of basically everything that's happening in the war nowadays. And it's kind of like Osama bin Laden spoof. I wouldn't really say spoof. So it's got basic controls. It's got pretty much the same controls from Battlefield Bad Company, but obviously this came before that. And Modern Warfare is a fantastic first-person shooter game. It's a first-person shooter that I think everyone should play. If you're a fan of first-person shooters, obviously. Or else you wouldn't want to play it. Anyways, it's got so many different weapons. You can pick up enemy weapons. I like the AK-47, so I guess I'll pick it up. Okay. The controls are very easy to use and understand. Your teammates, what you'll get in the game, you'll meet at the very beginning when you have your training, and you do this, this, and this. And they are good. The AI is good. They will help you and defeat any enemies that stand in your way. See, you just saw him shooting, and the enemy AI is decent too. They will shoot you no matter what if they know that you're around. The map, down at the bottom, it's not really a map, it's more of a marker to tell you where your objective is and how far away and what direction it's in. This is very helpful at times, and actually all the time. This is very helpful all the time because I would not know where to go if I did not have this. Sometimes you'll be like, hey, what's going on? It's staying in the same place, but it's not going to a check mark. It's because it's a place where you're just supposed to stay there, like I'm doing right now. I wouldn't say the script is the best in any game I've played before, but it works. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not playing the online because all of you probably know what that consists of and how that works. And you guys probably all have this game. See, it tells us we're supposed to go 54 meters to the west. And towards the northwest more. The graphics aren't stunning, but there's a lot of detail put into the game. Even though it's not that sharp, even with an HDMI cable, which I have. We're supposed to go to that camp down there. Pretty sure. Actually, let me go back to these guys and see what they're doing. The game maybe I would say not long at all. probably 6 hours at the most, if you even want to go that far. You could probably beat it in 4, maybe 3. I was disappointed with how short the game was, but maybe you guys will like it, because at times it can get hard, especially if you're playing on a harder difficulty. What's cool, but sometimes annoying, is when you're shooting a friend, like a guy on your team. It will say friendly fire will not be tolerated, instead of them getting killed and you being the only one left to battle. One of the highlights and one of the things I absolutely love about the game is so many weapons. I cannot even tell you how many. Like, there's different classes to organize them and say, oh, hey, there's not actually that many weapons. What are you talking about? But in the story, oh my gosh, there are so many weapons you can pick up. You're assigned to anything. It is a very good selection, and it's really fun to work with. Probably the best weapons in any game I've played. The best guns in any game I've played. They don't have a great selection of pistols, though. Say if you're online doing a creative class, they don't have too many variations of pistols, which is kind of upsetting, because you could have... There are so many different types of pistols that, like, I know. And they just didn't fill all of those in there, which I was kind of upset about. Now, this happens in pretty much every first-person shooter. Why don't your ears ring ever when you're fighting? Because I've shot real guns, like a revolver. Oh my god, my ears ring so long. And I'll get, like, it's just bangs in first-person shooter games and movies, which is kind of retarded. And the recoil sometimes isn't accurate, but you get the general idea of, oh, I'm shooting a guy, I'm killing him. So the story isn't really all that engaging, but it's fun, nonetheless. It definitely gives you a big thrill ride. There are a lot of levels like this where you're just battling, and non-stop shooting. It's a lot of fun. And it keeps you going throughout the story. I think that's mostly what keeps you going. The constant battles and kamikaze attacks that happen in this area. So that wraps up my Call of Duty 4 review. Stay tuned for more reviews, which will be Overlord Raising Hell for the PS3, which I got recently, Rock Band for the PS2, which I got recently, and possibly World of Warcraft. I'm not sure how easy that'll be for me to review because it's on my computer, so I'll just have to see about that. And giving this game a rating, I would give it a 9.7 because the story isn't really engaging, the script isn't the best, but these are just minor fallbacks of the game, and they're not really noticeable too much. It's just, you know, mostly what matters is the gameplay, how the game is made, and everything else. So I hope you enjoyed, and this is SkullBallMovies once again. Please subscribe if you can, and if you want to, you don't have to. So yeah, thanks for watching.